I'm Maurizio Vignati, working from Grass Valley, and I'm going to present today an overview of our switcher called Kula. So Kula is an entry-level switcher for our portfolio. It is sold in 3 different versions in terms of hardware. So SD, HD, up to 1080p version, or 12 gig version, which is it's also capable to work from SD up to 12 gig, or an IP version, which is capable to work on every IP infrastructure. So in terms of panel, we have several types of panel. We have 1ME panel, 19-inch, which is capable to stay in a small fly cases or rackable. So 1ME, 2ME in a different flavor, 15 or 24 button, or even a 3ME panel with always, you can have touchscreen GUI. So in terms of functionality, the switcher is full functionalities. You can work with 1ME, 2ME, 3ME, or if you are converting the switcher in UHD, you can have 1ME in UHD. You have 36 input, 12 output, and 6 bidirectional I/O. Every mix effect has 5 keyers, so 4 keyers, which is able to do video, luminance, linear key, chroma key, and DVE, 2D DVE, and keyer number 5 is normally dedicated to transition, is a transition keyers. So I'm moving now to the menu, so menu themselves. So if you want to set up your switcher, you can initially go disconnect to the switcher and decide how you configure your switcher. In this case, going inside of the mainframe, I can decide if I want to have it in SD, HD, or UHD. If I select UHD, everything will be embedded in order to have 1ME in UHD and 8 channel of format fusion. If I want to stay in SD and HD, I have more capability, or I can decide to have 1ME, 2ME, and 2 sub-ME. Sub-ME are working like a mix effect, but with only 2 keyers. Or I can convert one of the sub-ME in format fusion in order to have up conversion capability. Doing that, so reconnecting to the system. We reload the project we want to have. So we have a capability of project, and in the project we have switcher status. You can recall the switcher status you like to recall in your switcher, something you have saved before. So in terms of the panel, we have in this area the selection of mix effect 1, mix effect 2, sub-ME, and downstream keyer. So mix effect 1, if we go inside to go in detail, so we can have the transition part, and is where you can select your wipe or your keyers, your mate, or if you go in the keyers, you can select which type of keyers you want to have, including DVE. If you go to DVE, then you have capability to have a single tile or dual tile, means that every keyers can create 2 picture-in-picture. And you have separate controls, so both picture-in-picture can be in a different position or different sides. We can also have chroma keyers, and on a chroma keyers you can create your chroma key based on green screen or different screen you want. We also have color correction included in the system, so you can use RGB color correction or YUV color correction. You see we have already some preset like black and white, sepia, etc. In the sub-ME module, we still have color correction capability, again, keyers capability, chroma key capability, transition capability like before, but you notice that we have only 2 keyers. On key 1 and on key 1 only, we have DVE capabilities, but again, with single tile or dual tile, but different than the normal mix effect, you now have also prospective rotation. So it's rotating only in one axis, can be Y or X or Y axis, but not both at the same time. And also you have dual tile mode, so you have 2 different picture-in-picture, and all the settings are completely customizable. On a key 2, we don't have this capability. On the downstream keyer, which is other 4 keyers on top, you have exactly the same capabilities as mix effect keyers. So we have chroma keyers, we have DVE, and on DVE, again, single tile or dual tile mode and all the setting. We have store, up to 10 channel of still store, and this still store can be combined in video and key. You see in this case we have some store which is called a key store because it's associated with another store. And how to do that? We can go in store setup and assign couple key with video. What you see here, you see all the picture which is in the internal hard drive. In the memory, we have 16 GB memory, and when you double click on one picture, automatically will be loaded into the memory. If it's an animation, when you double click, it's loading video and key, and if it's not already in the memory, it takes the time to be loaded. Of course, we have macros as most of the switcher. We have a GMEM and DMEM. So mainly GMEM is the main memory in the project, and the DMEM is are the snapshot status of the switcher that you can use during your production. We have aux buses, so you can configure your output as an aux buses, and then you can really use whatever you want. Format fusion. We have Format Fusion, which is our up conversion and down conversion capability. And on this up conversion and conversion capability, you also have the possibility to use color correction on the output. Multi-viewer, we have multi-viewer capability, one multi-viewer with 4 head, 16 tiles, and you can select, put whatever you want in the tiles, and also you can create your dimension, so the size of the picture-in-picture or the position of the picture-in-picture can be moved in a position you want. So it's a multi-viewer fully customizable, and you can create your own layout. Another interesting part is the possibility to set up the panel, so you can create any button mapping, so you can go in 1ME and then associate whatever input you want on the panel. Last part I want to show is this shortcut menu. So this shortcut menu is like a software part of the panel. So if you want and you have a touch screen, you can use this transition control, for example, to enable or disable keyers, and you can use this cross point part to switch between one cross point and another cross point on air using your finger with the touch screen. Thank you very much for your time. I want to point I want to point you out to our web page. And in our web page, you can navigate from products to live production, and then under switcher, and under switcher, you will find all of our switcher products, in this case, Kula. And when you are in Kula web page, so you see the web page like this with the Kula production switcher family, and you can have all the information you really want to have. So like videos, product information, key feature, picture, so you have all the information you want to find. Thank you very much for your time.